Hi everyone, this video is going to be a little different. The current route I've been taking my channel in is sort of educational entertainment about certain aircraft in this game, but what I want to talk about now doesn't really justify a video like that, I don't think. If you haven't somehow heard or seen the dev blog already, Gaijin will be removing the R2Y2 from the Japanese tech tree for research. In the dev file, it states that if you put one research point into the aircraft, you will be allowed to keep them, but you won't be allowed to keep all of them if you put one research point into the first variant. If you put a single research point into the first variant, you will only get to keep the first variant, and the other two will be lost forever for you. So, if you want to get all three, then I would advise you start to grind them right now. If you are unable to get them within that span of time, then I feel sorry for you if you really wanted these aircraft, but at the same time, you're not missing out on something too special if you only want to use it for Air RB. And plus, the reason why it's being removed in the first place is likely because Gaijin has added a better option for both air and ground to begin with, namely the Thai F-84. If you're unaware of the system Gaijin uses to select what vehicles do and don't get added to the game, it has to do with on a historical basis. The R2Y2 that's in the game is basically a fictional aircraft. There was I think it was called the R2Y1, which was a propeller-driven version, a propeller-powered prototype. Try saying that 5 times fast. But the R2 never flew with jets. But at the same time, I have a bit of a different stance on this maybe than some people in the War Thunder community, but I think fake aircraft or fake tanks could be added if and only if there is enough information to make a reasonable and a logical conclusion to what this performance would be. And I think the R2Y2 fits that bill. Yes, there was never a jet-powered version, but from what I know, the jet that would have powered the R2Y2 was built, and plus there is a propeller-powered prototype version that did fly. Fuck me, that sentence took like 12 tries. And as far as I'm aware, we do have information of what the R2Y1's flight performance was. And so I feel there is enough information about both the airframe and power plant to make a reasonable and logical conclusion to what the R2Y2's flight performance would have been. Now, that's not going to change Gaijin's choice, I don't think, at all. It hasn't in the past, it won't now. But at the same time, it feels a bit hypocritical of them for removing the R2Y2 when a vehicle like the Panther F is in the game, and you can play that as much as you want. And the Panther F is in a similar stance to the R2Y2, where the hull that it would have been fitted on was built, meaning with the standard Panther hull, and a turret was built, but the turret was never fitted to a Panther hull. Similarly, the R2Y2 had its airframe built, and it had its power plant built, but it were never put on together. Now, balancing a tank that had a turret built but never equipped is of course easier than balancing an aircraft that had its airframe built but was never actually fitted with the thing that makes it go forward. But I still find it a shame that this aircraft will be removed, because I think it's a very unique airplane. I am someone who likes weird prototype or weird concept aircraft, and I probably would not have learned of the R2Y2's existence had it not been for War Thunder. Of course, it's not gonna really matter what a single individual thinks. It's not gonna matter if the entire community was to lash out against them, because it didn't stop them from semi-permanently removing the mouse and removing the Panther 2 and King Tiger 105 and the Flak Panther. But I think it would be cool if this jet could stay in the game. And it's one of the oldest aircraft in the game as well. So seeing something that could be considered legacy as well it's quite a shame. And I don't have much more to add other than I'm just a little upset that it's going to be gone. Because I find it to be a very fun plane to fly. Anyway, if you're somehow still listening to me yapping about this aircraft, then I would like to inform you that I might be branching out a little bit, maybe do some Battlefield 1 content. And yeah, I'll catch you in the next video then, which will be in like 15 years.